count it, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check 50. Weak. Slow. Check nickel. What? Undercrush.
On first down, Ratliff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Off play action. Ratliff. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ratliff gets this one to Hill, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. That one complete to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain of 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Hey, let's get this, get this. 22, check, over. That's the 22.
Looking to throw. Ratliff firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Off the play fake. Ratliff looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw. Ratliff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Operating from the gun, Ratliff. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw on 2nd down, Ratliff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking to throw. Ratliff out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run, Regular. Slam.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. From midfield, here's Allen. Boy, shifts past him. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
54 Mike. Hey, box truck. Get him.
Allen to throw once more. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Running right, this is Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Ratliff. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Motion, motion, motion. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 56, 56.
Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further.
Watch the shift.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Allen going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing on first down. Ratliff, it's Hill, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Let him know. Let him know.
On second down, Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run it again with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Ratliff. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this one to Meredith. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip.
Operating from the gun. Ratliff. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Switch.
From the gun, Ratliff. And that's caught by Smith. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off-play action. Ratliff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
57, Mike. Mike, get off. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Go. Go.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.